So the big gap with Locke is his treatment of slavery, that he's writing a document about democracy and freedom, uh, liberating one from the slavery of monarchy, and he has nothing to say about American slavery, which has been operating for 70 years at that point, or the slavery that is going on in British colonies uh, around that time. So he has nothing to say about that. Huge problem. We're definitely going to be talking about that. Property. This is the other key text, I would say, or chapter where he talks about, he gives a sort of proto-capitalistic view of things. So he's going to talk about the idea of property, how we acquire property, in the state of nature, and how property is generally a good thing. Okay, so again, he's largely making a middle class argument for property here, right? So you want to keep in mind that uh, the rising, as capitalism is going on at this time, there's a rising middle class who is, they're in a mercantilistic world. They're sort of shut out from the idea of property through aristocracy and elite forces like that. So property is a big thing, and how to get it, and how to include it in the state of nature argument, and how to make property work as a form of democratic thinking. So those are the chapters you're looking at. Paternal power is also important to look at, but again, the emphasis will be on chapters 2 and 5. So on the one hand, what I just went over here is sort of the democratic idea of the text. So reading the text as a democratic problem, as a birth story of democracy, right? It's bringing, issues of democracy up, right? And we can see those in both positive and negative ways. Other ways to look at the text are as I just mentioned, with property as a capitalistic text, or see it this text as problematizing the idea of capitalism. So it might be something you want to look into. And then the scientific view, Locke is very important for science and the scientific method. Not so much in this text, but in other texts, essays on human understanding. He talks about the empirical method versus the theoretical method. And so empiricism, everyday observation, understanding the world through our experience, right? So this is a key sort of scientific foundation that he builds up. So to what degree is he operating in a scientific, rational, empirical way in his text? And what are the positives and negatives